بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. يروي الإمام أحمد في مسنده بسند حسن عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. The hadith tonight is in the collection of Imam Ahmad. It has an acceptable chain of narration narrated to us by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. And this is within the theme of the significance of Jumaah, the etiquette of Jumaah. And it's similar to a hadith that I narrated maybe 2 or 3 nights ago, but there's an additional piece, which is why I'm narrating it. I just want to shed some light on that additional piece because I think it's beautiful. This is what he said, عليه الصلاة والسلام. قال إذا كان يوم الجمعة قعدت الملائكة على أبواب المساجد يكتبون من جاء من الناس على منازلهم فرجل قدم جزورا ورجل قدم بقرة ورجل قدم دجاجة ورجل قدم عصفورا ورجل قدم بيضة. For the first part of the hadith, what the Prophet ﷺ says is that if the day of Jumu'ah occurs prior to the Salah, the Malaika, they sit in front of the masjid and they write down the names of those who come for Salah based on when they attend and how they attend. على منازلهم is what the Prophet ﷺ said here. So here he didn't say depending on the timing, which is what he said in other hadith. Here he said على منازلهم, meaning at their statuses. So it's not just how early they came, it's also whether they fulfilled all of the other etiquettes of Jumu'ah for that day, and they get registered by the Malaika that this person, and the Prophet ﷺ would add to say, فَرَجُلٌ قَدَّمَ جَزُورًا, and then each person, based on how much effort they put into to achieve the significance and the etiquettes of Jumu'ah, it'll be as if they sacrificed a camel or a cow or a chicken or a bird or an egg. It goes from something very, very valuable to something less valuable, but there's all khair. قال فإذا أذن المؤذن وجلس الإمام على المنبر طويت الصحف. Here's the point. ودخلوا المسجد يستمعون الذكر. So he said عليه الصلاة والسلام, once the mu'adhin makes adhan and the imam sits on the minbar, not on it, but sits within it, meaning he gives his salams and he sits for the adhan to go off, then they close their records. And the point that I want to narrate hadith 4, because you've heard this piece from me maybe a few nights before, and then the Malaika enter the masjid and they sit and they listen to the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you're praying Jumu'ah, the Malaika are sitting with you. There's not a lot of examples throughout your life where you can say that with full certainty. The Malaika, just like the jinn, just like all alam al-ghayb, the world of the unseen, is something that we don't have that connection, that clear connection with all the time. Our understanding of it will vary depending on how much knowledge that you have and exactly what situation that you're in. It's hard to be certain about things when you talk about ghayb, because it's ghayb, because it's unseen, because it's the knowledge of Allah and you don't have access to measure it. But he gives you, alayhi salatu wasalam, a few nuggets here and there. And this is one of them. That at the time of Jumu'ah, once the Imam begins the khutbah, the Malaika enter the masjid and they sit and they listen, just like you. And you're surrounded for that half hour of Jumu'ah, or however long it takes. You're surrounded by the Malaika of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who are there for the purpose of celebrating the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with you during this day. And that's the beauty of this hadith. So when you're sitting in Jumu'ah, and anywhere, just remind yourself that whether the Imam on the minbar has any idea what he's saying or not, like whether I know what I'm doing or whether I don't know what I'm doing, it makes no difference to the fact that Malaika, their reverence and love for the day of Jumu'ah is of that nature. That they will, if there's a masjid and there's the intention of a Jumu'ah being established, then they come and sit up front and they write the names of people coming in based on their status and based on how much effort they put in. And the moment the Imam begins, Alhamdulillah, thumma Alhamdulillah, they close the record, they come inside and they sit with you and they attend with you. To embrace that and enjoy it on the day of Jumu'ah, that you are in the presence of the Malaika of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which you can't always say. We hope that we're in their presence quite a bit. We hope that they are in the presence where they, as the Quran, الذين يحملون العرش ومن حوله يسبحون بحمد ربهم ويؤمنون به ويستغفرون للذين آمنوا ربنا وسعت كل شيء رحمة وعلما فاغفر للذين تابوا واتبعوا سبيلك وقهم عذاب الجحيم وقهم السيئات ومن تقي السيئات يومئذ فقد رحمته. So the Malaika, in their nature, they make dua for mu'mins. Even the Malaika are carrying Allah's throne. They go around and they make dua for the believers. Oh Allah, forgive them. Oh Allah, forgive them and protect them from not just the punishment of the hellfire, but protect them from the effect of their own bad deeds. Protect them from their own bad deeds. Ya Rab, they make dua for you. So if you're in the presence of Malaika, they're making dua for you. And that's one of the beauties of the day of Jumaah and attending the Salah of Jumaah. So even if you come to a khutbah and the Imam is completely useless and the khutbah means nothing, I'm speaking in gibberish and you understand nothing and I'm just wasting your time, then remember, you're in the presence of the Malaika of Allah and they're making dua for you. And they're yusalluna alayk. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, Muhammad. But the Malaika, they perform salah upon you during your salah, during Jummah, and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive you and to grant you the best of both worlds. So embrace that and enjoy it. يروي الإمام أحمد في مسنده بسند حسن عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم قال: إذا كان يوم الجمعة قعدت الملائكة على أبواب المساجد يكتبون من جاء من الناس على منازلهم، فرجل قدم جزورا، ورجل قدم بقرة، ورجل قدم دجاجة، ورجل قدم عصفورا، ورجل قدم بيضة، فإذا أذن المؤذن وجلس الإمام على المنبر طويت الصحف ودخلوا المسجد يستمعون الذكر. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. جزاكم الله خيرا. بارك الله فيكم.